So
How does programming for your day-to-day sort of athletes with your progressive overload and, working on some of their weaknesses differ from programming for an event like that?
yeah, that's a great question. So in terms of an event, I'll start with the event because that's the easier one.
Yeah.
The event, you are essentially wanting to assess who's the fittest there. And so in order to get a picture of like who the fittest is, we got to test their strength properly. We got to test their gymnastics capacity properly. And then we got to test their monostructural capacity. So making sure G, W, and M are respected is massive.
All the CrossFit things that I've watched in the documentaries, so there's an event, and then is there like what is this, a workout? Is that what it would be called?
Workout, a test, and event. Yeah, for sure.
So like whatever the test or the workout is, it's a blend of different movements. Maybe it's dumbbell snatches or kettlebell snatches, and then with lunges overhead, and then there's a sandbag or something. And that's what really is exciting for me to watch. Like, that guy's got a 150-pound sandbag, and he's doing lunges, and now he's doing muscle ups on rings, and that's what I want to see.
So cool too when you see like an athlete with, say, a deep weightlifting capacity having to finish 30 ring muscle ups for time or something like that. And the gymnast took like an extra 40 seconds to work through the weightlifting stuff because that wasn't, their wheelhouse. And then they catch the athlete in the lead on the muscle ups. It's so cool to watch like the different capacities and specialties work through a blended test of all the stuff. So I've biased one workout to have like weightlifting as the component, but I don't really want to have like a 1 rep max. I would rather have like, 10 clean and jerks at 225 and then do something else. And so like the strong athlete can get through that barbell faster than the weaker athlete, but that something else might bite the strong athlete in the butt, especially if they don't have the lungs to carry it, or vice versa. We got like, I got an event that has it has 30 sandbag cleans with 150 pounds. But it also has 250 feet of handstand walking. So it's like,
I was about to bring up the handstand walking.
Who's going to win here, the gymnast or the athlete that can move a 150-pound sandbag around 30 times? It's like, that's a tough call because that's 250 feet. That's a long distance to handstand walk.
For each of those different, was it W, M, and
G?
Yeah. For each of those, would you say that each of them has their own most difficult movement?
Yep, for sure. So I think you could like, and we're getting a little away from like how I would program silverback. I would say at like the foundation of a strength movement would maybe be a deadlift, like in the bar from the floor to your waist. And then the pinnacle of the strength movement would probably be the squat snatch. Get the floor at squat and then stand it up. And so the difference there in the two both have a hinge from the floor, but one has a tremendous amount of technique and flexibility that's required. Similarly with gymnastics, you might say like, maybe the most basic gymnastic movement would be like a burpee.
Okay, yeah.
And the most complex gymnastic movement would be like handstand walking or a ring muscle up, or make it strict, or a strict legless rope climb.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, so there's definitely a sliding scale too. And so obviously if you're an intermediate athlete, you're probably not handstand walking 250 feet or doing a legless rope climb, but certainly for competitive athletes. And certainly there's a crowd there and they want to see competitive athletes get lit up. And I definitely want to light a competitive athlete up, both as like a guy getting FOMO because I can't do my own programming in a competitive setting because that's unfair, but also just like seeing how the Vancouver athlete base will respond to that kind of testing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for explaining that. We'll keep going about the programming part there.
Yeah. Well, I'll just finish it too with like programming for a competition. I just want it to be undeniable that like whoever's on top of the podium was the fittest person in that room at that time in that division.